guys being here. Again, obviously a big one for our program and for our progress. And could evaluate the film and look at all the things that we can get better at and jump on it right away, address them through meeting time, walkthroughs, and of course practice, which we had today. Yesterday we had a good chance to really dive into the film to both this past week's game and into our opponent. And we got right after that practice today. And a very good sense of urgency, I would say, by our team, by our players, to improve, to get better at the things that we see on film that could really, again, that could hurt us in the long run. That's keeping us from being a really, really good team, and that our team just acknowledges that can be the difference in ball games down the road. So, questions, please.
What do we know now about the players who left injured, from Cam to the 3 defensive linemen and Carter Fletcher?
They're all progressing well. You know, they'll all be evaluated daily and assessed by our medical staff, team doctors and whatnot, but they're all progressing really well, and we'll know a little bit more later.
The idea of handling success, how do you deliver that message to the team, just making sure obviously guys don't get comfortable about it?
Bluntly, right to it. You know, it's let's call it what it is. The same praise that they're getting now is coming from the same, sources that we're throwing dirt on them before. So, praise and criticism, they're just, those things aren't there at 4:30 in the morning when you're up and you're working and whatnot. They should never be part of the process when things get better or things don't go as planned. So we've made a very conscious decision to just be internally motivated and to get up and have an appetite to just get better, right? To be the best that we can be at what we do. And that's everybody. So, and that's easier said than done. That requires everyone pushing each other, having high standards, being very accountable in all phases. And it starts with the coaching staff, right? Players. I'll always remember as a player feeling the mood, the vibe of the staff, right? So the urgency, the approach by the coaching staff will always help set the tone. But that leadership group, it keeps growing. They're very real in their intentions. They're very intentional in their processes, and they're fun. They're fun to be around. It's awesome to watch. It's awesome to watch them develop and grow, and the impact they're having on the team.
When you say it keeps growing, the leadership council, is it in numbers or what their impact? What do you mean?
Well, I think an impact. I think numbers are coming. I think that's every week we discuss the possibilities of additions and subtractions. You gotta call it what it is, right? Gotta keep it real for it to be of any value. But it's it's almost like any technique, any fundamental, any play that you want to be good at, you have to work at it. Leadership is something that I guess not many people just come out of the womb ready to jump on stage and deliver a tremendous game-changing speech. You have to work at it. You have to provide opportunities to make sure the guys have a chance to develop that, and they're doing a really good job with that. So I would say in terms of that, that's how we see it growing into it.
Mario, on Cam specifically, I know you said this morning it wasn't that much anything serious, which I'm very glad to hear. Could you be a little more specific on what, if they found anything, if it's a stinger or what's going on?
No, sir, we will never be specific on injuries. We think it's important to keep confidentiality and privacy of our medical situations to our football team.
Coach, it's such a short week. What are you focusing on with the team, knowing that the game's on Thursday? Are you more how do you fix some of the issues that you had from Saturday to be able to put that on the field for Thursday against an opponent like the thing?
Sure, we go right at it. Today we were practicing. We practice hard. Heck, the NFL has a Sunday to Thursday turnaround, right? We got an extra day, so that's one way to look at it. I think it's all about, we made a decision that as the season goes on, we're just going to keep getting better and better and better, which means that we're going to have to push. The schedule changes, it doesn't matter. The ball's going to be placed on the tee Thursday night, going to be kicked off. So the approach has been simple. It's been identifying those things that are hurting us, the way we're hurting ourselves, things that we can get better at, things that we're really close at being really good at as well. So it's a complete assault on improvement and betterment, and that, I don't know, there's just, again, I used the word appetite earlier. I don't know why, I'm hungry all day, but there's certainly like a strong appetite for betterment and improvement, and so that's how we're approaching the week.
Mario, you always talk about the fans and attendance, but this week you went out of your way talking with the fans. What made it? What made the difference? I mean, this time like you were really pumped up.
That I was really pumped up.
Yeah.
I mean, they were awesome. You know, they were awesome. They impacted the game. Miami's Miami. When Miami goes off, we all know it's different. Everybody knows that. The whole country knows that. We felt it. The players felt it, and we need that. And we want that, right? There's always a big part about being a Miami Hurricane. When the city comes, the community comes, and brings it like they do. It does. It affects the opponent, you know, and it brings the juice and a vibe that's against hard to match.
What are the challenges of playing such a physical game against A&M on Saturday and then coming into a short week this week?
The challenges.
Yeah.
That it's a short week and you're constricted time-wise. You know, you want to make sure that you set standards for a reason, and you hold yourself to those standards, whether you have a short amount of time, whether you have injuries, whatever it may be. We have a chance to play again, 4 days, 5 days later in front of our fans over at Hard Rock. I mean, it's nothing but positives, you know. And are some guys banged up? Maybe. We don't know yet. It's early, but are guys gonna have to step in and play at a high level? Absolutely. Right. And I think the best opportunity about this week is that guys are continuing to earn or not earn opportunities to play. Right? Everybody wants to play. We're playing a lot of guys. Not only freshmen at all levels. And playing time around here is going to be earned. You got to be trusted. You can't negotiate yourself into playing more. You can't have people try to call for you and try to rationalize why you should play more. We don't do that. Playing time is earned and it's respected, and the film doesn't lie. And because of that, we keep competition very open, and we push it in all phases, from special teams and offense and defense, every phase, every part of it. And what's happening, you'll see the guys that really want to play develop more and push harder. Maybe some guys that weren't sure of what they need to do to play. It's made crystal clear for them that they got to earn it. That it's not going to be just handed over, and that I think is going to help our team continually get back.
Is there anything you do? Is there anything you do differently in terms of like recovery time and changing practice schedules or anything to kind of prepare for a short week like this?
We do. We have our sports science people. They're awesome. They got all those computers. You see all these wires sticking out of our guys, right? Our bands and all that. And it's really good stuff. It's awesome. I mean, I forget what level of military use it's at, but it's high. It's awesome stuff. And we use it, and we also use our eyes, because that's important too. And you use common logic. Yeah, you go hard, but you're going to be smart too, right? We just had a very, very physical game, and we intend on having another really physical game on Thursday. So between now and then, you can't do the same amount of stuff, but you could do and use the same processes and make it so that the load is equal to what it would be if we would play on a Thursday.
Coach,
We saw some social media of you dancing in the locker room. Is there a competition between you and Coach L? Just being able to show that kind of different side of you with your team in the locker room and some of the players even showing how excited they were after that big win. Can you explain a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. And I mean, back then, like, the Cabbage Patch was a cool thing, and now, like, they look at me like I'm an alien or whatnot. Like, their dance moves are better. So, no, I was really happy for them, and I'll tell you why. These guys have been through a lot, they've done a lot, and Saturday validated a lot. It validated a lot of hard work, investment, time, some really challenging, regimented, demanding practices and workouts and sessions, and an off season that, look, if you got to trust it and let it play out in the result, or it makes you buckle and you don't believe in it and maybe you don't play as well. So when they have the result like that, albeit some of the mistakes that we had, it validates a lot. I was really happy to see our team, our players, have success and the way they support each other. One of the best things I saw on Saturday was offensive players encouraging defensive players and the vice versa, and special teams being encouraged after our miscues early on. And I just saw a team that was happy for its brothers, its guys happy for their teammates, making plays and wanting to do more. And it shows on film. You see a guy catch a ball over here and, 50 guys going crazy on this side. You see a great block and a great tackle over here in the sideline going bananas. So that's infectious, contagious, and it's powerful. So that's why I was happy. But no, I don't. Dance.
Coach Guidry has brought an aggressive attacking style to the defense. I'm curious on your thoughts of if you feel like that helps, that style eliminate some hesitancy or overthinking on that side of the ball, just allows guys to play fast.
Yeah, he's a real one. He's a Washington coach. I know you guys aren't out there for the practices, but yeah, that guy from front to the back, every position, every detail, the eye discipline that comes with it. He has an knack for seeing the game and the game is slow for him. Like he dissects it really, really well. He understands players inside and out. He understands the importance of this, and because he's real, he connects very well. And his energy he's got some juice now. I knew it, I had to go against him a couple times way back. And I always thought he was the best one. Always did. And so we're very fortunate to have him. His impact has been massive.
Coach, just how much, I guess, ammo does this win give you guys from a recruiting standpoint, just being able to go out there and just kind of got it done on the field, one big game? Like, just what does that do, just for your ability to go out there and get into?
So I think it's like it's kind of like for the players, the validation of the hard work. I think for recruits that were in wait and see mode, well, they got to see a big step, and so that what we have been talking about in terms of building and getting better and taking steps, that the progress, is real. And yeah, we expect to keep getting better and better, and we expect the momentum of recruiting to keep growing and growing.
Coach, can you explain the decision to bring in Jamil Burrows, the plan from this year and hope for him in the future?
D lineman, had some good film. I know enough of the backstory and the people and the place and whatnot to feel comfortable to present an opportunity and take it from there. So.
Mario, you were talking about Lance Guidry. Same thing could be said on the other side of the ball with Shannon Dawson. What has he brought to this team? The offense is just come alive.
The same, and we invaded Louisiana, so extract a couple of guys that have. Again, it starts because they're difference makers as people. All right, those guys are really humble, like elite human beings. So naturally, if you are that and you have such a high level knowledge, acumen, that's a powerful combination. So our players trust them. They really, really, really like them. They love playing in the schemes. They connect with them. A connected team is a stronger team, and it's growing. They've only been here 9-10 months. So again, it's a great start. But there's a lot of growth to be done and to be made. But those two guys, along with their staffs, they got really, really good staff members, really good analysts, guys that really understand football, that understand people, and working those processes to keep these guys like on schedule so they can game plan, so they can design certain things that suits our personnel is tremendous advantage for us.
What can you say about Coach Woody? I know you were on staff with him.
Great man, great football coach. Very fond of him because, again, I was on the other side of the country. I guess we all were. And he was always awesome with my kids. You always remember that, right? Because who's the toughest on families, right? For me, put me on the moon, I'll be happy doing football all day. Families make the moves, and it's difficult on them. And Coach was always he was awesome with my kids and with the players on the team. So tons of respect for him, the job he's doing. He's got a good football team, very athletic, very fast, and looking forward to a great opportunity on Thursday.
A couple more questions.
Mario, would you like to get a lot of, I heard what you just said about players to, earn playing time, but this game, I ask this in particular, would you like to get as many guys in as you can?
I would never answer a question like that. I think that's disrespectful to football and to other teams. We're looking forward to a great opportunity on Thursday.
Can you talk a little bit about Bethune-Cookman, what you
Well, just like we said, we think that they're faster, and their quarterback's completion percentages, he's throwing passes and completing them at a high clip. We see speed, disruptiveness up front on the defensive line. They jump into the odd front, 4 down. They bring pressure. They bring it from all sorts of places. They bring it from, the edges internally. They're really athletic on the edges, and they force a lot of bad plays. One was a tip ball for a touchdown that was returned by the same player that tipped it the other way. Should have been a touchdown as well. Was called back. They're thick in the interior. The linebackers run really well. Impressive about their secondary. They play man, and they play man very effectively. And then on offense, just really fast. Just a lot of guys that run well. So they stretch it horizontally, they stretch it vertically. Again, we talked about the quarterback. They have actually 2 dangerous returners in the kicking game. So today was a great day of preparation because we got in the film yesterday and took a pretty good dive into them. Today we took a deeper dive into the scheme, and our guys realized, hey, we have to be at our best every time we set foot on the field because every team has really good players, and we're looking forward to playing against these guys.
Last question.
Mark, obviously Tyler had a fantastic game on Saturday. Going back and watching film, is there anything that maybe stood out that wasn't like obvious on Saturday?
Man, he was just so decisive. I mean, that ball was out. The field, he just read it so quickly, and his throws were as accurate as you could have them be. He negotiated. You saw the throws that he had negotiated and get out in a manner where the ball wouldn't get batted. He avoided negative plays as well. He gave the guys a chance to make a play, even when there wasn't much pressure. Credit to the guys up front. But when there was, he got it out to the right person in the right spot. Put us in the right runs as well when he had an opportunity to do so. Even though we had a pass called, I mean, he did a phenomenal job. He deserves those honors that he got this week. And again, we do feel he's just scratching the surface. He was comfortable, he was excited, and a confident, urgent, on point, just energetic Tyler Van Dyke is, he's one of a kind. So we're super happy for him and for the team's success.
Mark, how much emphasis
Last
are you
question,
putting,
Coach.
how much emphasis are you putting this week on special teams? I know there was.
We were bad. We were really bad, and we have to take that right between the eyes as coaches, because getting up front and having a microphone and saying, well, it shouldn't have happened. Yeah, it shouldn't have happened, but we got to coach it better. We got to execute it better. I mean, that first block was, that's about as bad as it gets from an execution standpoint, and on stuff that we got to teach routine better. If routine got us beat, well then it's on us. We got to teach it better and coach it better. Muffin, that particular punt is inexcusable. So we got to teach it better, rep it better, coach it better. But also, if we would have blocked it better up front and held up the coverage team, we might get that ball back. So again, I don't know if it was nervous energy that got us early. I put it all on me. I just need to do a better job to get us on point in that particular phase. Because we have been good on special teams. We have been really, really good, and we didn't do it in a couple different areas on Saturday. So we got to fix it.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.